I have, over 5 terabytes worth of drums. There's folders that I haven't even been through.
I said earlier, it's really hard to keep up with what you're doing. I did my research and it was just too much stuff. So you have a group, EMP. So your group is signed to Universal, right?
Yeah, we're signed to Universal. Yeah.
How did the group start, and how did you end up signing a deal with the biggest record label on the planet?
It was very organic, I would say. I just had this beat, laying around, and I knew this girl, pre. She always told me that she wanted to, try something with some vocals, but she never really recorded. So eventually we got into a studio, which was her first time recording ever. And, we just started working on a hook. We dropped the hook on the beat and then, went back to, my house. And then I told Millie, like, yo, I think it would be dope if you were on this, and then he told me, like, yo, you should do the hook. And then, I did the hook, and then we just released it on SoundCloud, and it got so much attention. I never expected that to happen. I'm pretty sure like 2 weeks later, Cardinal Official hit us up and came to our house and started talking to us about, what we could be and how the group could make sense. And, because we never envisioned it like that. It was kind of like a feature, Millie Madsen with Pretty and Eastbound, you know what I mean? And Cardinal really seen a vision of the group being a thing, and told us that he's in a position to potentially sign us to Universal, and we took that opportunity and we started working and we became EMP. So I'm a vocalist on EMP, and all the production and mixing and mastering is done by me pretty much at my house. And we represent living life and doing whatever the fuck you want. I don't know if I can swear here, but sorry.
You must not have seen my interview with Rook, because all he did was cuss.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so you got the Universal deal, but at the same time, you continue to work with a lot of independent and unsigned artists. I don't know what Trey Capital's situation is. I don't know if he's independent. I don't know if he's signed.
He's definitely independent. He's one of the many. Careful with that, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the many independent artists you work with. Do you prefer one over the other, since you're working on a fair amount of both independent and major projects?
I like potential. I love potential. I love working with people that I would see becoming greater with my help. I love helping other artists, form their sound and really, catch some motivation. And people like Trey Capital, Sean Leon are really people that I believe in. I really see things happening for them. Same for Zaina, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of people from the city that I work with. I see their vision and I see where they're headed at, and their sound really matches my production. So it only makes sense.
Well, cool. Back to the beats then. What are some of, or what have been some of your favorite kits? Because producers are constantly trying to make their drums hit hard in the mix, and I'm sure they listen to your stuff all the time and try to A/B their mixes. What kind of advice can you give them?
I like to just explore. And, I have, over 5 terabytes worth of drums. There's folders that I haven't even been through. Do you know what I mean? So whenever I work on a beat, I kind of just skim through a whole bunch of folders and just click on a whole bunch of sounds. And whenever I hear something that I like, I use it. There's definitely some, signature drums that I do use. Those derive from a whole bunch of huge famous kits, Boy Wonder kits, like Lex Luger, BWB upgrade kits. To be honest, I find those kind of getting old now. Everyone heard the hi-hats, everyone heard the 808s. So I like to, put some very nice ambient sounds in my mixes and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really say I have favorite kits. The ones that I use for, 808 drums are definitely, the major ones that, a lot of producers know about, but I don't really have any specific kits that I use on every beat, for example. I kind of just explore with sounds and just play around.
All right, so my slogan is "Damn That Hurt." Do you have a "Damn That Hurt" moment in your career? Basically a negative experience that you learned and grew from in the music business.
I would say to be, cautious with how you deal with people and the people that you do deal with, because the music industry is a very competitive industry and you don't really want to, like, everything is almost taken personal. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a very dynamic person. You know what I mean? I love to be around, I like to be around all types of people. You know what I mean? So it's easy to talk to someone, and I talk a lot, and I've learned that sometimes you have to kind of be careful with certain words that you use, because a lot of people in the music industry take things a certain way, and I'm definitely not trying to throw shade at someone at this very moment, but you know, it's just something that's known in the music industry, that it's a very tricky industry because things get personal really, really quick, because, you know, you need to catch a vibe with someone if you want to work with someone. If I have an artist working in my studio and there's no vibe, you know, it's hard kind of to coach them with the song they're recording. So you kind of got to get a vibe with them and, you know, actually become friends of some sort. So and you have to really know how to draw the line between business and friendship and, you know, just different types of relationships. So I would say that was my damn that hurt moment. You know, when I realized, like, yo, I gotta kind of, you know, be careful with the words I use. I gotta be careful with the things I say, the things I drop, the things I show people. You know, those are the moments.
Yeah, artists are sensitive. I just got through tweeting that producers are some of the most sensitive people on planet Earth.
I feel that.
Yeah, see, and you're a producer too, so I'm not saying anything derogatory. Last question: what can we expect from you in 2017, and where can people find your new releases and any other new content that you're dropping?
Well, 2017, I'm trying to bring a switch to you know, the sound. I feel like a lot of, you know, hip hop like music that's being played right now is very outplayed, because it's kind of the same thing. I'm just talking about, you know, like the whole hip hop industry. Like, I feel like it's not really hip hop anymore. It's kind of only trap. And I would kind of like to see, you know, some dynamic, some range in the genre. So for 2017, there's a lot of dope music coming out. I've been stacking the vault since 2015, you know what I mean? So I'm just patiently waiting for the right time to drop certain songs. And, you know, I think that 2017 is definitely the year that people are going to get familiar with Eastbound as an artist, producer / engineer and instrumentalist all together. And for people to get familiar with what I really do. Because I feel like a lot of people are confused right now, you know, like, oh, you know, he's a beat maker, but he engineers, he writes and he sings, and oh, he plays guitar, oh, he does play piano. It's just kind of, people don't really know what I'm really trying to do, and I'm trying to be a combination of all those things in one, and that's what